Just calling to let you know that I took some pills, 2 bottles. I can feel them kicking in right now. I just want you to know that you don't have to worry about picking me up, and tell the gang that I'm sorry if this takes away from the party in any way, if this is a buzzkill. But they can all get together in a few weeks and come to my fucking wake.
So I'm working on right now a short about Bukowski. I'm playing Bukowski. I wrote it. I'm the DP. I'm fucking Bukowski. It's a triple threat. I want it to be the film equivalent to one of his pieces of poetry. I mean, yes, the film's going to deal heavily with his drinking problem, but that's a subject that's become emotional for me. And the film will certainly not trade on that. I got me an agent, Johnny. He set me straight about a couple things in this town. He told me point blank, he told me that my feature script was the best fucking thing he's seen come across his desk in 20 years. He said the narrative thread was sturdy. He said the character arcs were amazing. He said the foreshadowing, especially in the second act, was stirring. He told me, I mean, this man had been in the business 20 years. He told me he could see the entire thing in his mind, visually, he could see it. The one problem we had was my insistence on casting Chuck Norris in the lead. I told him, you see, Chuck Norris was the impetus for the entire idea. I wrote every word with him in mind. I wasn't going to compromise on that. I was sure that I was right. Chuck Norris is tasty. Chuck Norris is delicious. He's aloof and desperately gregarious, enthusiastic and sullen, generous and stingy, elastic and rigid. He's a hip dresser and a victim of opaque colors, a gentleman and a lout. Kind and cruel, a lover and a brutalizer of women, cruel to be kind, a man capable of telling a disrespectful co-star, hey, watch out, dingus, or your ass will be in a sling, and then turning around and saying to the same co-star, hey, I'm sorry back there, man, like, my fault that blew up. Here, take my watch. That's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, shrouded in conundrum, enveloped by a vague riddle. Man, so you might wonder why Bukowski and not Norris? You know, why? Johnny told me he didn't think Chuck would be interested. I laughed at this. Johnny sent him the script. Chuck said no, he passed. I was stricken, flabbergasted. I decided to delete the entire thing from my computer, never to revisit it again, and against, as long as I lived, is against Johnny's protests. I began to write something new. Truthfully, I don't even remember what. I had Chuck on my mind constantly. When I watched Air Force of One, I wept openly in front of my friends. I decided that night to leave him behind. Leave him on a worn-out VHS cassette tape, and that's where he'll stay. I began to look to the future. My future. I decided on Bukowski. Why not? I mean, he's interesting. He's charismatic, I guess. Kind of reminded me of myself. Johnny loved the idea of Bukowski. I didn't even have to finish saying his name. I said Bukow, and he flipped. He said, now you've got a real pop culture icon. Somebody people remember. Somebody people care about. So that's where I'm at. I'm in pre-production.